Hi, Namaste. My name is Henry Shadikar. I'm a French-Canadian hypnotherapist, psychotherapist, and my special field of interest in psychology is brainwashing and mind control by cults. A few days ago, I saw a testimonial of this young lady whose name is Michelle Mayer. Her Hare Krishna name is Mirabai Devidasi. Now, in this testimonial, she explained that she had an affair with her guru. His name is GIRIRAJ SWAMI, that you see here. He's 77-year-old. His legal name is Glenn Philip Teton. This guy is a long-time hypocrite who claimed to be a celibate, but in reality, he had affair after affair, still keeping himself in the saffron robe, the orange robe, the symbol of celibacy in the Hare Krishna movement, a symbol that you are completely dedicated to loving God and you have absolutely nothing to do with sex. The reality is that this guy is an hypocrite that has been using his position as a so-called spiritual master to make money. Over the years, he has accumulated hundreds of followers who think that he is a pure devotee of Krishna, but in reality, he is an hypocrite that had affair after affair for more than 50 years. You have to understand that being a guru, a so-called spiritual master in Hare Krishna, gives him various powers and money that his disciple gives him month after month, and some have died and left him a large amount of money. The testimonial of Michelle really touched my heart because she is so naive that she is actually thinking that Giriraj had fallen in love with her, that he would leave everything, all his power as a guru, and marry her. They would be together forever and ever. So I have recorded part of her testimonial. Here it is.
So I heard about you having a relationship with GIRIRAJ Swami. Is that true?
Oh yes. Yeah, we just right after Rath Yatra, we went into a romantic relationship.
So what did you do together?
Well, how it happened was he was wearing the garland that I offered him for 3 days. I noticed 2 days on his japa videos that he was wearing it, and it was already turning brown and falling off. So I said, is this some kind of sign or hint to me? Are you pleased with my service? Or, did you just like the garland? And he revealed his feelings. He said, I love you very much. I adore you. I worship you. That was it.
It was a symbol of love.
Yes, yeah.
And you wore until it's fallen apart.
Yeah.
Wow. So what else made you certain that he had feelings for you? Or still has?
Oh, well, he's very sincere, and he told me every day, multiple times a day, how much he loved me. And he said, that I'm basically the closest person to him in the deepest part of his heart. We were really in love, you know.
The one that you said was romantic and not just towards like a devotee or disciple kind of.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was straightforward. You know, he revealed his feelings, and then we carried on like we're dating. And it was, you know, mostly on video calls. He would call me. He would call me in the morning when he woke up. He would call me, you know, video call me morning, noon, and night. And in between, he wouldn't go more than an hour without asking where I was. And it was so lovely. And
what did he say to you during those calls and made you feel like it's a romantic connection?
Oh, well, we had, you know, intimacy. We had virtual video sex, and he sent me love songs, and he told me that he wants to be with me forever. And, you know, one of the things that I would say is I can't believe that we're together. You know, this is like I went into some parallel universe. And he would laugh too, and he said, well, whatever dimension that you're in, I want to be there because I want to follow you wherever you go forever.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, he said the most romantic things to me.
So when did things change?
I mean, they changed mostly when he went in for, he was having a procedure done, and, you know, he was surrounded by people, so he kind of wasn't able to talk to me much, and, yeah, and then they caught us. I'm not really sure if they knew at that point, but they told us that they knew shortly after, through overhearing some of our video conversations and, you know, maybe some chat or email exchanges, and then they caught us in person too. So it's.
So are you saying that they have access to all his contacts and they are not protecting his privacy by invading it?
Oh, yeah. It was in steps. So they told him, you know, to stop talking to me, and he didn't. But then I don't know if they threatened him or, you know, but they took his phone away. They changed his password on Facebook. They took his phone away, you know, and they made a public statement, or had him write one, that he's no longer going to be accessible to people, and all his communication will be handled by his people.
Wouldn't that be alarming as a form of control? Because technically, just putting out there, this is one of the signs of abuse, possibly. Like, I'm not saying this is happening, I'm just saying, like, such behavior might be considered as abuse.
Yeah, to me it seems so extreme, and, you know, especially if they love their spiritual master and they see him happy, you know, like he was when we were together. I mean, he said he was the happiest he's ever felt, and that I've added years and energy to his life. And, you know, so if they really were serving him and loved him, they would just let him, you know, make his own decisions. But instead of that, they're controlling him. So, and he's very unhappy and sad about it. Not only did it affect our relationship, but it affected his relationship with all of his disciples, because he's no longer able to have a presence, you know, virtual presence. Mm-hmm.
So apparently the affair, the phone sex and so on, came to an abrupt end when the disciple of GIRIRAJ discovered that their guru was having an affair with Michelle. The funny part is that the disciple apparently took his phone away and forbid their guru to associate with Michelle for good. I think that Michelle was very naive, and because she's been following GIRIRAJ for I don't know how many years, it is extremely easy for a man, a guru, with that power over a young lady, his disciple, to convince that young lady to have some sort of sex with him. This has happened before in the Hare Krishna movement. My friend Henrik Doktovsky recently wrote a small article on this guy, Richard Flavin, who apparently had several secret affairs while being one of the most important spiritual master, guru in the Hare Krishna movement. I absolutely hate hypocrisy. There is various ways in Buddhism and Hinduism when a monk realizes that he is not being sincere, he can disrobe, put some white clothes instead of saffron, and get married and have a householder life. But some of those phony gurus in the Hare Krishna movement are so deep into their lies and deceit. They have accumulated hundreds, some thousands of disciples that look to them as their ticket to enlightenment, as their ticket that one day their soul might be transferred to the planet where Krishna lives in the spiritual world. These phony gurus have accumulated a lot of money that is coming in month after month after month. Like this GIRIRAJ who lives in a multi-million-dollar house in Santa Barbara. All of his life he has preferred to be an hypocrite, have sex in secret, and keep the charade of dressing in a saffron robe and make people believe that he is a true, enlightened, spiritual master. There is many like him in ISKCON, but this is the first time that we hear from one of the victims of such phony guru. I hope that this experience will help Michelle to get deprogrammed very quickly of thinking that this guy that she had sex with is a true spiritual master. The guru of GIRIRAJ, SWAMI Bhaktivedanta, did give instruction about avoiding to be an hypocrite.
Once you are initiated on the promise that you shall not do this or nonsense, then you remain perfectly in goodness. Mami Mujappavatnante Mayami Tankaranti, Maya cannot do anything. But if you cheat yourself, cheat your spiritual life, cheat God, then you will be cheated.